Hello viewers, my name is Devesh Indian. I am 44 years old. I am born brought up in Kenya. I'm a Kenyan passport holder. I worked in Sarova hotels in 1996 to 98, and then 99 I came back to India, wherein I have been appointed for the Middle East GCC, heading the Aquamix brand of an American product, which was into the construction industry. During my career and my profile, I was interacting with a lot of consultants and architects around who were specifying my product for the construction industry. It was very an exciting job for me. In 2006, then I migrated. I joined a multinational company by the name of Tata Asset Management, and because I was quite very interested into financial services and investments, I was quite competent there, and it was a challenging job for me. But then I like challenges, so I moved on onto this job, and basically the profile was more of growing the business on the macro level, wherein we had to grow more and more distributors. So the business comes through the vertical channels of distribution ship network all over the UAE. So during this tenure, from three distributors that used to be there in the UAE, I joined up in 5 years. We had around 80 distributors like banks and financial services and all that. So I was given targets. So from $40 million to $400 million is the achievement that I had done. And during that time, in 2008, we all know the global crisis happened, and the financial industry was bleeding onto the grounds, and that's when I decided to move on, and I was passionate enough about the financial and banking industry, and I moved on to a bank called Rack Bank. For a year, I looked into their offshore business to East Africa because I have very good connections in East Africa. My homeland is up there, and there is when I basically joined up a lot of offshore clients for the banking system, and I was given targets, and I kept on achieving my targets on that. But with the UE regulations, offshore accounts were getting scrutinized, and then that's the time I decided to follow my passion, and my passion was into the water industry. So I'm the founder of a company called Aqua Plus in the UAE, and Aqua Plus has been my baby child, and from 2012 onwards I got hold with an investor, and we started off this company, and it was an exciting journey to learn a lot of new things because I was passionate about the food and beverage industry, and that's been my forte since my background has been hotel management and all that. So my way of working, which adds to the table, is I look at a more grosser level of business. That means rather than selling to individual, I look at corporates. I look at growing the business on a more larger turnover. And how does turnover grows? By getting in associated with big corporates and big joint chain of markets. So for my water business, I got a lot of exposure. So from the setup of the company, so all the legalities, I am aware of what is the UAE legalities of forming up a company. From the hiring of staff, so I've been hiring staff, and currently I'm still the general manager of the company called Aqua Plus. From zero to today, I'm handling around 12,000 customers on a daily basis. I have a strength of around 70 staff and 25 trucks all over UAE, including Abu Dhabi and Ras Al Khaimah. My key clients have been all the Hilton properties, which was acquired by me. We are online with Gibson, so I understand the entire commercials of online business because that's where the market is going through. I understand the commercials of tying up with corporates and how to negotiate with them. So my skills have been more of negotiations to grow the business on corporate levels because that's where the turnovers come in, to negotiate on the payment terms, recoveries, staff management, and all this has so forth and so forth. So if I get shortlisted in your esteemed organization, I can bring a lot of value add to your company, which includes general management, which includes sales, which includes cost cutting. I know the corners how costs are to be kept minimum because that's the need of the hour at this stage of the say. And definitely I have good networking, good connections in being 20 years in the UAE. Predominantly I have been extensively traveled to other GCC countries like Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman. A couple of times I visited these places. I still have friends in Kuwait and in Oman. And UAE as such, I've been here, so I know in and out. I have a vehicle. I'm a UAE driving license. So I think so. I would be a value add to any of the employer who looks at a dynamic person who looks into new opportunities and willing to grow new markets. I'm the right person. I work not for salary, or I don't work for the job. I work for a passion, and I am passionate about my work, whatever I do in. So money is not a criteria for me. For me, work and gives me the satisfaction. Regarding remuneration, I'm open to any kind of negotiations. Uh, Maybe some of you might ask the reason of why I am moving on, because right now the water industry, as we all know, it's become very competent. It's still doing well. We are over break even, and the company is very happy with me and my targets. My promoters are quite happy with me. But I think so. I am kind of stagnant because I have new ideas with me in the beverage industry, in the healthcare industry, in the supplements industry, but they do not want to expand. So I feel that I'm limiting myself to only one industry, and now probably I want to move on because I want to bring in value to whoever I join hands with and move ahead. So if you are anyway positive about my approach, then I would recommend that my HR team, Gulf Job Seekers, you can be in touch with them, and we can anytime I'll be open for an interview and have a face-to-face meeting, and I could share with you more information what we can do based on the profile of the job. Thank you so much for your time, and have a good day.